going to start off a little earlier. We'll still run the hour, but I wanted to start a little bit earlier. I uh, I worked on this a little bit today. Steve was over working on his airplane. This is what I got so far. I'm going to do the flaps tonight, and then tomorrow we can build the fuselage. So I got elevator stabilizer done and the wings done. I just got to cover the flaps. That'll be done. Then we'll put this puppy together right here. And we'll be good to go. That shouldn't take too long. The woodwork goes pretty fast. The actual finishing, this monocoat, whatever this crap is, or cover or whatever, so it takes longest. So we got to get some pieces cut out here. One of the guys said, I hate watching people that don't know what they're doing. I never claim to know what I'm doing on this. But I told him, I may not know what I'm doing here, but I'll go against anybody with dope and tissue. So we'll get it done. That's all that counts. I was only supposed to build a fuselage. I wasn't supposed to go this far. But I don't have enough green, so the fuselage is going to be silver with green trim. Plus, it's going to have metallic green trim on this, metallic black and black trim. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This should go pretty quick here. I tell you what, I had a hell of a time getting the hinges out of this thing. They were in there. I don't know if you do an ARP, if you have to put the hinges in or they come in with the hinges with the factory or whatever. They were in there, boy. But I got them out. Okay, so this is the bottom. This is what I gotta do right here. Right there. I think I want to have a small strip on the tip, on the inside and outside tips of this, because they're going to be too hard to pull over. So we'll cut off a little piece here. So we'll put this on here like this. Hey, Steve. If you're one of them guys that don't like watching people who don't know what they're doing, turn the channel, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just faking it. That was the stupidest comment I ever seen. Ought to be like not a Rubicon and pin it to the top to show the world how stupid you are. I do this for your entertainment. But Steve's happy with it, so that's all that counts. Let's see here. We got enough there? No. I think that I can do both flaps in an hour. I'm kind of getting the hang of it. I was watching a documentary about where I'm from, the Salton Sea, and saw the place where I used to live. This has been 30 years ago. It's sad. It's really sad what's happened to it. And I hadn't heard a name spoken. The developer of Salton Sea Beach was a guy named Floyd Bilyeu. And I used to give him a ride down, what was it? Is that Brawley? No, that was Salton Sea Drive, I believe. He would walk down the middle of the street. He couldn't see. He was real tall, lanky, and he'd hold his shade over his eyes, and he'd walk down the middle of the street and follow the yellow line down to his daughter's bar, Helen's Beach House. And this guy was 102 years old, and he could recite the entire poem, Dangerous Dan McGrew. And we used to sit in the beach house and get him to recite that. Man, that was cool. He had some stories, but he was the original developer of Salton Sea Beach. And they told some stories about the sea that they were talking out their ass. They didn't know what they were talking about. But what do you expect if you don't live there? Yeah. It got pretty hot. It's getting hot. I'm thankful I didn't have to make new flaps. I got them off and the hinges out of them. Hotsy, hotsy, hotsy. Am I doing it right, guys? I don't know. It'll be fine. It stayed straight, so that's all it counts. Now it's got some wrinkles here, but we're going to hit it with the heat gun and pull all them out. Well, let's see how it works here. Yeah. Speaking of the Salton Sea, I can remember, and I owe my brother an airplane. My brother had this. I covered it with Monaco. It had this RC airplane. We took it to the I built it, took it to the golf course, and crashed it for my brother. He never got to fly it. Of course, he didn't pay nothing for it, but that's been 50 years ago. Someday, if I ever see him, I'll build him another RC airplane. His birthday's in a few days. George Washington's birthday. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens when I hit it with the heat. Not too bad. Not too awful hateful. Okay, that's one side. 3 more to go. Looks fine to me. Yeah, it's still a turd. And by the way, I don't know if I explained this or not. Monocoat is not lighter than paint. I can say that 100% with 100% certainty. The finish on the elevator stabilizer added 1 ounce. If it was dope, it'd be half to 3/4, depending on how much you sand it. So monocoat is not lighter. That sounds to me like my dinner may be here. We're going to get this done today because we're going to build a fuselage tomorrow. Let me check on this. I think we ordered Chinese. I told them 8 o'clock. Is that dinner, Chris? All right. I said 8 o'clock. Well, I'm going to have to break for dinner. And I'll come back. I will come back because I am going to finish this tonight, this wing. This is all that's left. I don't know why people don't listen. Just don't fucking listen. Well, in all actuality, it's the same thing over and over again. So we'll just make this a half-hour stream because dinner's here. I'll finish this flap up here and we'll put it on. And unless you guys want me to come back, I mean, it's all repetition, same shit over and over again. I'll show you how I extrapolate a fuselage out of this thing, though. Yeah, go ahead and dish it up. A little glue or something on it right there. My dad's name was Dick, Richard. And my mom used to yell out the door, "You ready to eat, Dick?" Us kids in the neighborhood would just laugh. This tastes like depression milk. What does depression milk taste like? Water. It tastes like water because it is water. So get your answer in now. Do you want me to come back? I'm gonna, as soon as she yells up for me to get my dinner, I'm gonna go down and get it, and I'll scarf it. Do you want me to come back, or you just? I mean, have you seen enough? It's pretty simple stuff. Put on and iron it down. Pretty simple stuff. This is the hardest part here, I think. Getting the seams to hide, getting a nice seam. And I tell you what, this shit don't like razor blades. It eats them quick. Eats them quick. Take 30 minutes. Yeah, it seems there's so much educational shit on TV. Yeah, I'm no Lou Rankin at this. Lou is good. But it's just an ARF and it'll pass, it'll fly. Be beautiful. Pulling the glue off of it. I'm gonna have to wipe that off again. So it takes a half an hour per flap. Unplug this. Okay. Right there, yeah. And there you have it. That's how long it took to do that. I got a wrinkle out here I got to get off. To do that with an iron after dinner. A little tiny spot right there. Nothing good on TV, so I serve YouTube. Yeah. So I got to detail it. There's a couple little spots I go around and iron out the wrinkles. There it is. There's lacquer thinner I'm using on it to get the glue off the. The glue came out from underneath the covering on the edges. Plus, I got glue on the shoe. We'll wipe the shoe off. That's hot. That looks pretty good. Good enough. And right there. Like I say, I had a hell of a time getting them hinges out. Have to heat that up again. I've unplugged the iron. Anyway, that's what it's going to look like. I'll have to put on the black and silver stripe there, but okay, I'm going to go eat dinner, and I'll be back after dinner. We'll finish this up, so we'll see you in a bit.